Hi, my name is Isabella Zamora, and the character I chose for my analysis is Tiffany Maxwell from the movie Silver Linings Playbook. The movie Silver Linings Playbook is a movie about two individuals who are struggling with their mental health and are on a journey of personal healing and are learning the complexities of human relationships. The two main characters are Pat Solitano and Tiffany Maxwell, and they met at a dinner party and they find out that they have a lot in common, and then they start hanging out together. They start competing for this dance competition that Tiffany asked Pat to be a part of. And Pat himself, he suffers from bipolar disorder. It is diagnosed in the movie. And Tiffany, she's not diagnosed in the movie, but she is believed to have borderline personality disorder. She recently lost her husband and is exhibiting grief and self-destructive tendencies. And she offers to help Pat with his worries during the movie if he accompanies her in this dance competition. So Tiffany, she's in her late 20s and early 30s. She's a very independent, witty, sarcastic, caring character. And since she is experiencing grief from her husband, she is exhibiting symptoms of depression and emotional instability. And like I said, she's believed to have borderline personality disorder, but it is undiagnosed in the movie, or it's not made clear in the movie. Borderline personality disorder is a personality disorder, and it's characterized by a pattern of instability. And the instability is characterized through relationships, self-image, emotions, and your behavior. And some symptoms include, like I said, emotional instability, fear of abandonment, identity disturbance, impulsivity, and self-damaging areas. So they are impulsive when making decisions about sex, drugs, binge eating, like things that people would be addictive to. And there's a symptom is recurrent suicidal behavior, affective instability due to marked reactivity of mood, chronic feelings of emptiness, inappropriate mood swings or bursts of anger, and they have difficulty controlling anger. And some facts about borderline personality disorder: it is a very anxious, preoccupied attachment style, and it has a prevalence rate of 5.9%. It's more diagnosed in females, and that's a stigma. Men won't go and test for borderline personality disorder because it's believed to be a women's disorder, and people are thought to be violent and dangerous and manipulative. Two symptoms that Tiffany exhibits are emotional instability and her impulsivity. Her emotional instability was portrayed during a scene in the diner when her and Pat start arguing about their mental disorders and what they have in common. Pat calls her crazy and she completely flips out. She starts screaming and yelling at him and throwing the cups and utensils off the table and storming out of the diner. Her impulsivity: she makes decisions on a whim. Most of her impulsive decisions revolve around her sexual partners and her past relationship with multiple men, which she talks a lot about in the movie. A tendency that she does not display are suicidal tendencies. Throughout the movie, she is not trying to kill herself or anything in that matter. How I would treat Tiffany: I would tell her to go to dialectical behavior therapy, which is a very common treatment for people with borderline personality disorder. It teaches patients skills such as mindfulness, distress tolerance, emotion regulation, and interpersonal effectiveness. And there's a fine line that the therapist can cross that can lead to situations where they might reinforce maladaptive behaviors instead of guiding them towards the healthier behaviors. I think that this movie, Silver Linings Playbook, is a very well-known movie for accurately portraying mental disorders and mental illnesses. And while in some scenes, Tiffany's reactions are considered a little over-exaggerated, like her mood swings are a little grand in certain scenes, I think it portrays an accurate representation of the impulsivity and the emotional distress that people with borderline personality disorder do exhibit. And I think that this movie did an amazing job that a lot of other movies and media don't portray as well. These are my references. Thank you.